Hi, everyone. My name is Ryan Grumman. I'm a fourth year accounting major at The Ohio State University. And this past summer, I had my internship at Book and Street, which is what I use my step money for to help me with. So I'm going to tell you guys all about it. So, first of all, I'll introduce where I worked. It was Book and Street. It's a local consulting firm. So they go around and provide finance and accounting services to startups around Columbus. They go to these companies that are brand new and no one really knows what they're doing yet. And so they work with them normally for a few years to help them get a good understanding of how to do their bookkeeping, where they should be putting their, funds for financing, things like that. And so I was a part of that team this summer. And before I go into what I did exactly there, I'll talk more about how I got the job in the first place. So I actually got it through LinkedIn, not like a normal job getting website where you just go and apply, submit your resume or whatever. It was actually I want to say like January or February going into this past summer, and I still had no internship, so I was just like panicking at that point. So I'm a big procrastinator, so I just it took too long to get to it. So then I started messaging these really small companies around Columbus and just saying, like, hey, I am looking for an internship. I'm in accounting, blah, blah, blah. I would be, down for whatever sort of job in business. Well, like around accountings, hopefully. But I was like, even saying, like, within business, I just need a job for the summer. And luckily, Book and Street responded, and I think that's a thing a lot of people don't realize that there's ways to get jobs without like straight up applying for them. Like they actually weren't looking for an intern when I first started talking to them. They were brand new, only been around for a few years, so they hadn't even thought of that yet. But they were like, "Well, we're actually really understaffed right now. We're getting like all these new clients, and we need like odd jobs and these small projects taken care of. Like it'd be good for as a good work for an intern." And so I went in and had my interview with them, and it went well, and I ended up getting the job. So I started in May, and I did a lot of different things there. That's partly because it's a consulting place, so not just a regular business. So we adapt to whatever the needs of the clients were, which were always changing because we're always picking up new businesses, and they always have random specific projects they need done. And I was also doing stuff for the company itself, Book and Street, uh, helping them around the office get things organized and things like that. So for the actual accounting work that I did, a lot of it was on QuickBooks and Excel. Excel, if you're in business, you will need to know how to do it. QuickBooks, if you're in accounting, that's like the main accounting software they use pretty much everywhere. Like even this week, I had an interview, and I was talking to him on the phone, and I just mentioned that I knew how to do QuickBooks, and he like perked up, like it's a big deal to know how to do that. So I was able to get experience in that over the summer, which was great. And Excel, of course, they use it for various things. Like the summer, I created a whole asset tracking system for the company, so I could track like all their furniture and computers and everything like that. And so that's just like on one big giant Excel sheet with like hundreds and hundreds of assets listed on there. But that was a really good experience for learning. So that was like sort of my day to day stuff. I also did like a lot of like random intern work, like scanning papers or filing, a lot of filing, things like that. But it was a wide variety of stuff. Um, so what I liked about where I worked, I did like how it was a small business because every day I was working one on one with my CEO on random things, and she like in the like the, all the top managers at my company, they had really high up jobs at Fortune 500 companies before this, so they had a lot of experience in business just in general. They've been around it forever, decades of experience. And I would get a lot of alone time with them where I could just like talk to them, ask them about whatever in business, like which avenues should I take for my career, like what can make more money in, what is most sought after right now, everything like that. So I really liked how close knit it was because those like really big jobs, you're 10 steps away from your CEO. or even those high level people. So that was really nice about that. I also liked that it was consulting. It was something I didn't really consider before. I didn't even know really what consulting was. It's just giving you're basically selling work to other companies. You'll do the work for them. And this was a good experience for that. Working one on one with clients, which is just a skill that is needed for like every job. I mean, everyone has clients, whether you're selling a product or you're consulting. So that was a really good experience with that. Talking with them, garnering relationships with them, and things like that. Um, and yeah, so now it's like a field that I'm more interested in is getting into consulting. Um, oh yeah, and so what I gained personally out of the experience, besides just like the professional bits of it, well, the biggest thing was just getting confidence in my major selection because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like you sort of just have to pick a major without really knowing what that job's like beforehand. I mean, there's not much you can do to get experience or know what's really like to be in a certain area until you have a job in that field. And so once I could do real accounting work and like actually see what the stuff I'm learning in class translates to in the business world was super helpful. And I was questioning it a lot before just because I'm like, I don't know if I'll like it. But after the summer, I feel a lot more confident in that selection. And also, the biggest thing was the experience I got from it will help me land a permanent job after school. I mean, this is huge. It's what we're all worried about the entire time in college is being able to get a job after we graduate and getting that, like using QuickBooks and like gaining skills in that stuff. It really, I doing these interviews now and I like know what they're talking about and I feel like I can actually pull. I'm not like it's not some behavioral question where I'm like trying to relate something I did in another job to, this business. It's I can just say I did real things like that your company also does. I am experienced in them, and that was, I mean, that's invaluable experience. But that was my internship for the summer. I enjoyed it a lot. Step was great for it. Helped me not worry about my rent and everything. That's what I used it for to help pay my rent over the summer while I was here. So I didn't have to worry about how much I was getting paid or anything. I knew it was all taken care of and fine. But yeah.